Hello. Kara says hi to everybody. Kara, say hi. Hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi. Hey, people. We're here hanging out. I'm here with Karis. This is our neighbor, Jessie.
This is Chloe.
And she's got Chloe. She brought donuts over for Dana. Because you guys remember the vlog? Was that yesterday's vlog?
It was a couple days ago.
Dana said that she was craving donuts, and so our neighbor saw it and brought us over some donuts. Ooh. Yeah, you can share, right?
Okay.
So much for eating healthy. Yeah. All right.
You can have cravings and still eat healthy later.
Exactly. We're not the
cancel out donuts.
Yeah, that's right. So tonight we're just gonna hang out with you guys. Do some Q&A. I don't know how long we'll last because the twins are kind of fussy here tonight.
They need to eat some more.
Kara, say hi. Both answer some questions. I already see them popping up, going by in the chat, and try not to chew with my mouth full. And no, I chew with my mouth full. Talk with my mouth full. And also, Dan and I thought we'd talk a little bit about being a family team and why that's important. So let's start with a question first of all. Sunny Side Up 747. Is that?
Hey, Mary.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't want to say her name, but you just did, so maybe she doesn't care. Did you stock up on milk and bread to get ready for the big snowstorm?
Oh, how funny. No. But Jessica just brought us donuts and bananas, so we're good.
KFB, does Toby do anything to help?
Toby is our garbage man.
Yeah, well.
If we have anything that needs to be thrown away,
he's good at putting things in the trash. Used to be anything and everything. Now it's just stuff that I can hold him color if you want me to.
Okay. I'll let you hold him.
But if you tell him so he knows the word trash now, so you give him something and say trash, he knows what to do with that. And yes, Ruth, we can say hi to you. And Nina, did we see Bertalia? Yeah, we
last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. But there's also a video from like 2 years ago. They were at my birthday party.
At VidCon.
Yeah,
if you go find our VidCon videos from 2 years ago.
Is Toby feeling any better? Jessica Engels asked.
He is, thankfully.
Casey asked, do you think we'll have any more kids later in life?
No, unless we adopt. If we adopt, then maybe, but.
Leslie asked, how old are the twins now?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
2.5 weeks, I think.
3 weeks.
Ava, how do you tell the twins apart?
By their faces.
So this is Chloe.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, this is Karis. Sorry. And look, so this is what Karis looks like. And she has a pretty distinct face, much more narrower than Chloe. You see Chloe's face is a little bit more rounder.
Round.
But they are identical twins, and we know that scientifically that they are from, they shared one placenta and all that kind of good stuff. But what happens though is sometimes they're born looking a little bit different, and then as they get older, their faces will change and they'll kind of start to look more closely like. How's the ET, Tina? How's the healthy eating coming? Well, donuts. It's
pretty delicious.
Our neighbor just brought over for us. She just left. Are you guys gonna move? Rebecca asked.
In a while. It'll be a while until we move. We're trying to save cash to pay for a house. So.
I was actually good. I have like some Craigslist alerts set up and notify me on certain properties that we would want to consider in certain areas. So, we're not actively. We're probably not going to buy this year, but we're starting to kind of shop around again. How old are all the kids?
Hannah is 6. Zeke is 5. Hallie will be 3 this month. And Toby is 17 months. And then these
you are 2.5 weeks old.
No, they're 3 weeks old.
3 weeks? What's today?
Tuesday.
I thought they were born on Saturday.
No.
They were born on a Tuesday?
Monday.
That's why we vlog, so we can remember later. Will we be able to do a meet and greet in Las Vegas? Probably not.
Mackenzie wants a shout out. Hi, Mackenzie.
I've only been to Vegas once, so I was only plans to go back.
Eat some awesome food.
Yes, frijoles. Check it out.
Frescas.
Frescas, yeah, sorry.
Frescas frijoles.
Yeah. Favorite part of having twins? I asked Dana this in the vlog.
You did. I don't know. It's just something special. I don't know if there's like a favorite thing to do with them, but it's just special to have two of them. It's still kind of like shocking.
Is Toby feeling better? Megan Walnowski?
He is. He's still struggling a little bit at night though.
Yeah,
But
Toby's,
we
he's
don't know
not
if that's
sick.
from him not feeling. We've got other issues we're trying to work through with him.
Yeah, he's not feeling sick anymore, but we're trying to give him lots of love and attention. The best that we can, as much as we can. All the mother demands. The past couple of nights he's woken up in the middle of the night crying, and so I've been up with him actually more than I've been with the twins. But hopefully we let Toby skip his afternoon nap. So we only have one nap today, so we're hoping that he sleeps all night.
He's
tonight.
already asleep right
Oh, is
now.
he?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
We're-
but that is
the clock is ticking.
I was gonna say that means you need to be
We
sleeping.
need to go to sleep right now. How's recovery going, Dana? A screen?
It's going
Hello?
slower than I would like it to. I'm halfway through recovery, and I wish it was done and over with. But because I'm ready to just I want to start working out again. I want to start feeling strong, but I have to recover because C-section is serious surgery. So
Haley asks, and a couple other people, how do we tell the twins apart? Do we get them confused?
we try to color code them for the most part. You can tell difference in their faces. We do have bracelets on their wrists.
Here, I'll show you.
Here's this one. Whoa. Here's this one.
See? Here's my bracelet.
Oh my goodness.
So the blue, purple, white one lets us know that this one's Chloe. Or Karis. Woo, I'm so bad at this. And then the pink one. So usually if you see it in blogs or Instagram pictures or whatever,
You see a bracelet.
we're just clothing in general. Karis is purple, Chloe is pink. So that's how we can part. And yes, Mackenzie, I haven't seen Hey That's Mike and Hey That's Holly. I haven't seen them since the very first VidCon I went to. I met them, hung out with them, which was 2000.
They don't go to many of the conferences, I don't think.
Which conference was that? Which was VidCon? It was the second conference ever. They're going on 6. So it must have been like 4 years ago.
Was it Playlist? No, it was VidCon.
No, it was
They were on
VidCon,
in
but it was
LA.
the very first. It was the second one.
first
The
one that
first
you
one
went
I
to.
was at is where I hung out with them. So I haven't seen them face to face since then, but yeah, we know them. Do the twins have personalities yet?
Not really.
Pretty much this mode, sleeping mode, and crying mode. Those are their personalities. At least their eyes are open though now. That's fun. Get the eyes
Chloe
open a
looks
little
like
bit.
she's like shocked.
Hi.
She's got hiccups right now.
Oh, there's a big yawn. Oh, everything they do is so cute. I don't know why. It just is. Let's see here. When the twins get older, are you guys gonna do a live chat again? Of course. We're hoping that every Tuesday night we get to hang out with you guys here, me and Dana, after the kids are in bed. A little bit more calm, we can interact a little bit better, and we can hang out and stuff. And we're also thinking, let's see what you guys think in the chat. What you think about us bringing other YouTubers and like other families, family vloggers, and to hang out with us. Like we were thinking, like maybe we can invite, some other friends of ours, like Hey That's Mike, maybe, or some other people to come hang out and be a part of this with us, and do Q&A with you guys, but also just like have a topic that we would talk about with them for a little bit as well.
Donut was crumbled.
Yeah, I'll eat it. And so, what do you guys think about that idea? I'm curious because we almost had like a. We invited actually a couple of people to hang out with us tonight, but it didn't work out. Why were you homeschooling?
That's yours.
That's me. Well, I was homeschooled my whole life, kindergarten through 12th grade. And
Oh my goodness.
so it's all I know. Dana's was certified, but is her education, she went to school to be a public school teacher, elementary school teacher. So between her education and my experience growing up, we just like that it allows us to be the primary influences in our kids' lives rather than sending them away for the majority of their day every day, or we don't know what other things they're learning besides the academics, which a lot of us is good, but we just like being the primary influences of their lives, especially at this stage when they're like young, very impressionable, and we also like being a family team. And maybe you guys have caught on to that. And this is a way for me and Dana to be the teachers and the leaders in their lives right now, and also something that brings our family together that we can do together, and it lets our kids like solidify their relationships with each other, rather than separating them all day, and a lot of other reasons. We like the freedom it gives us to travel, even the freedom, like the flexibility of our family right now. I don't know if you guys, so I know a lot of you guys are newer, but you know, so I've been homeschooled my whole life. Dana's just hasn't been, and so she's not as familiar with it. And so she was afraid that our kids weren't getting the education they needed, and they were all slacking and behind and feeling all sorts of stress and pressure, especially leading up to the twins being born, because we haven't done school for a few weeks now because all our time and attention has been going to these two girls. So what we did is we got the scope and sequence of our local school district, and we tested the kids against that, and they're both like a year ahead. So we're like, what? You guys already know, like, this is second grade material. Like, why are you doing, you're in first grade, you know? So, so we feel fine. Like, the kids are doing great. They're like a year ahead already. And so we're just taking some time off. We're starting, oh, I see someone came out of their bedroom. I saw that right there. Is that Zeke? Get back in your bed. And so they're doing fine. And so it lets our family, like, gives us a, like, we don't have as much, like when you also send your kids to school is the other thing that's been nice for us, is like you're kind of giving up freedom and control of your family's rhythm and your family's schedule to like someone else. Plus, when the kids get home, they got so much homework to do often that you might as well be homeschooling them anyway, which you know, because you're homeschool with them. So anyway.
All right, we need to cut this short.
Or you can just take them and I can finish the Q&A. They need to go eat?
Yeah, they do.
Kara seems to be doing okay.
Sorry, guys. Well, but I need to feed them at the same time. Otherwise, I'll be up all night.
Okay. I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit. Keep answering questions. Here's a beautiful Kara. So that's the homeschooling thing. Yeah, so let me go back into your chat here. I wasn't reading what you guys were saying about having other YouTubers on here with us. Did you guys mostly say that was a good thing? Some people say having Sam and Nia on here. Some people say that would be fun. Invite the Catalans, of course, Mary. That'd be awesome. Was it hard to make the decision to go full-time YouTube, and when would you go back to work? That's a good question. Like, man, can you guys can still hear Dana, right? Dana, say hi.
Hi.
Let me know if you can still hear her, because I think she can still talk, but she's gonna feed the kids.
You can hear a baby cry. You can probably hear me.
Yeah. Here's or Karis, whoever you are.
Oh.
Yes, people said they would like to see other YouTubers. All right. So my story for going full time on YouTube is that I've been self-employed before. Oh wait, Ella says I'm pregnant with my monodied twin girls now, and they're my 5th and 6th babies, just like us.
Cool.
My oldest is 8, and I homeschool as well. Did you continue to exercise? I try 3 to 4 times a week. Oh, Ella, you sound like just like us. Ella Guilford.
The exercising part.
Except for the exercising
I quit exercising within the first trimester because I was just exhausted.
She was on bed rest at the end, so
energy. Well, at the very, very end, I was on like 3 weeks, 4 weeks of bed rest.
Yeah.
Not much.
So I was, let me make this really short for you guys, but the story is I was self-employed, living off a blog, like a website, you know, for a few years. Then I took a full-time job doing audience development for a company here in Cincinnati. And so we moved from Minnesota here to Cincinnati, and I did that web series for them for about a year, which went awesome. After that was over, then I decided I'm going to branch out on my own again and go full-time on YouTube. And so I started my video creators channel at that time, because and I still kind of am up until recently, more involved in like the industry side of YouTube and like the training and like the whole businessy side of YouTube world. So I started video creators, and after 6 months, that was my full-time income. We've been living off of that ever since. And now we get to focus more on you guys, since we've kind of got that going. Now we're like, all right, let's start hanging out more with the family, because family is like what we actually believe in. Like she's sitting right here. Just pretend she's sitting right here. This is what we actually believe in, and it's what we're like is important to us. That's why we do like the self-employed thing in the first place, because like homeschooling, it gives us the maximum amount of freedom and flexibility for our family to be together, to work together, to be a family team, and all that type of stuff. And so I don't think I'm employable. I don't think I could ever go back to you know, having someone else control my schedule, when I can leave the family, when I can go back to them every day, how much time I get, vacation time I get with them every year, cap on my income, like how much money I can make maximum as an employee from my employee, like all that type of stuff. So I think I can do that. All right, let's back to Q&A here. Favorite part of having a large family, Angelina. Dana.
I like I like that the kids have built-in friends to play with. Like there's always somebody around to hang out with, and I think it builds character a whole lot. I especially noticed it whenever you should act like you're talking. I especially noticed it when Hannah and Zeke were itty-bitty, because they're just over a year apart. And when we would have play dates with the two of them and then a friend that didn't have any siblings, like their friend really, really struggled because they didn't have somebody to learn to share with. And our kids were already like several steps ahead on knowing how to share and get along with others.
Yep. I'm the oldest of 6 kids, so I kind of grew up with it, but not this tight together. Like me, I'm 35, and then hit myself kind of hard there. I'm 35, and my youngest sibling is 20, 19, 20. So we're kind of spread out. Oh my gosh, we just crammed all 6 kids in the 6 years.
Yeah, which I was thinking earlier when we had the twins crying, Toby crying, Hallie crying, like what were we thinking?
Yeah.
We're going to be going through every single phase times 6.
Yeah.
All at once instead of spacing it out.
So how's the timeout box for toys going? Are the kids getting better now?
I don't know. I haven't been.
There's a toy in there. Somebody put it in there. Maybe
Miss
Nicole might have taken a toy and put it in there. So it's in there. The kids have a chance to get it out tomorrow. So it seems like it's going well. Was I surprised? Lisa says, when I found out I was having twins. That's actually a video on our channel. Dana vlogged the revealing to me that we're having twins. So I forget what the name of that vlog is for you to find, but let me see if I can find it. I think it's what did you name it, or what was the title of the vlog?
I don't know.
Just for channel for twins, and then I'll see if I can put the video in the chat for you guys. When I found, we got a lot of twin videos on now. That's the problem. It's probably gonna be one of like the very first one though, because when else would we have been talking about twins?
That was the first time we announced.
Yeah, here it is. Surprising dad with twins. I'll put the link in chat for you guys right here. So if you're going to see this coming across chat a little bit early before you hear it. So just know that when you see it, that's what that's about. Okay. So we already talked about how old the kids are. Are we freezing a lot for you guys? See, I do this on Dana's computer, and it's not really the fastest computer for this stuff, and I tried to do it in a better way, but maybe it's not. It's just jerky and jumpy for you guys. Let me know. Are we going to separate the older kids from the younger kids when homeschooling? Yeah, so the way that we did it when I was homeschooled is like the older ones of us, we were all kind of close in age, so we went through school stuff together. And then, so it was kind of like me and my brother, Dan, and David a little bit. Mostly the two of us did most of our school together. My next two, David and Glory, they did a lot of school stuff together. And so I kind of expect it'll be like the same, like Hannah and Zeke are on the same level for a lot of things, and they're learning a lot of the same stuff together. So Hannah's like, so Zeke's like super far ahead in some things. Hannah's just where she's at, and so it evens out. And then I expect Hallie and Toby will go through school stuff together, and then the twins obviously will also. So hi Lizzie, wants a shout out. You see here, Toby is feeling better. Yep, we talked about that. How do you address jealousy among your children? Like if one kid gets a special treat and the others do not? Dana?
Usually there's a reason, and we just explain it to them. I don't know.
So like one thing like a lot of parents feel like is like life needs to be fair, and I don't know where we get that from, because life is not fair. Like anyone who's lived past the age of 3 knows that like life isn't fair. And so we try not to set the expectation that everything has to be fair, everything has to be even, you know, and that's not like everything being fair, I sense also leads to like a sense of entitlement, like it's owed to me, and like, well, that person got that much, I need to get this much too. It kind of leads to an attitude that we don't really like. So we treat our kids all with the same amount of respect, same amount of privileges and opportunities and things like that. But when it comes to is everything like split exactly fairly between all of them, you know, no, I don't get that way. And the kids are kind of used to that, I think. I don't really hear them complaining that much about, that's not fair. You know, if someone gets like an extra orange slice or something, it's like, well, life's not fair. And it never will be. I'm training you for when you get older. You're welcome. You know, that sounded really, yeah, it sounded really mean when I said it that way, but I don't say it like that. Yeah, let's see. Zeke is in kindergarten, Hannah's in first grade. And Hallie's, we haven't started school with her yet, but she's pretty solidly in the,
She knows quite a bit.
yeah, in the preschool. And that's another nice thing. Like when you split your kids up in the grade levels and send them to school, they only learn like what they're kind of like what they're being taught. But here, like Hallie's around the kids who are the older two who are learning to read, they're learning to tell time. And so she just listens and picks up on it. So she's already doing stuff that like she's well into preschool, and we haven't even started teaching her preschool stuff. So, but that's another nice thing about homeschooling is they can learn from each other, and the other older ones teach the younger ones, and it's all works out good. Do your kids have any homeschooling class that is physical? Simply Emma. That's a good question. All right, now they just go outside and play. Like we say, put your jacket on, go outside, play in the snow, play with neighborhood kids, something like that. So it's not really school, but they reenact things that they've been learning, and they play and stuff like that. Do your kids like homeschool, Shara?
You got a T-ball thing.
Oh yeah, we got a T-ball set and stuff like that. They don't know anything of it. Like they've never been to school. Just like I never went to school. My first day of like school was college. I went to an open house in junior high one day, and I hated it. Like because a lot of my friends, we did all of our athletics through the public school system. So I wrestled. My brothers played volleyball and basketball and field hockey and volleyball and stuff like that. And so our friends were in public school. And so once I went just to hang out for the day during an open house, and I thought it was the biggest waste of time ever. I was like, man, the amount of work that these kids actually do, like in a day, is the same amount of work that I do in like an hour sitting on my bed, you know, condensed, because there was so much time in the hallways, time wasted goofing off in class. The teacher would help one kid, everyone else would be doing other stuff, you know. I was like, man, felt like a big waste of time to me. So I'm not knocking public school. I'm just saying that's where I was at. And so I expect that the kids, I mean, right now, they don't know what public school is like. How is Toby adjusting to the twins? Michelle Wilder.
He's having probably the most difficulty, but not necessarily, well.
Speak up a little bit.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, it's registering, but you're just going halfway instead of all the way, the audio.
He's one that we were like, we have to revisit probably every day and try to figure out what's going on with him, because he's having lots of tantrums. He's also 17 months old, so I don't know like how much of this is his age, how much of this is because life has totally just changed, and it's probably a combination of everything. So we're just taking it day by day and night by night. So.
Maddie Putnam, what's your favorite thing about homeschooling the kids?
Probably getting to just see them learn, being able to watch them experience stuff and learn. Like
being able to like celebrate when they finally get something or understand something.
Instead of somebody else getting to enjoy that for us, we get to enjoy it.
Yeah. Would you let your kids go to public school if they asked? True Beauty 101?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Not right now, because they don't know what they're asking. But they get a little bit older, and it makes sense. We're like, yeah. So we take it year by year. What's the longest stretch Dana has slept since the twins have been born? Seth Cooley. Hi, Seth. Good to see you guys. And congratulations, Seth, and his wife.
On Denver.
Yeah, Denver, that was the girl's name, right? Yeah. We watched their birth vlog. So congratulations, Coolies. you guys aren't getting much
That's
sleep
what's
either right
funny to
now.
watch too.
What?
The new dad.
Oh yeah, because that's their very first one. Dan and I were watching this.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, like how excited you were, Seth, when you were like talking about
and nervous.
like the first diaper change that you had help and support. The second one doing your own. You're like super proud of yourself. And Dan and I are going, was that us? Like it's maybe
It
5
was
and 6. We're
totally
like
us.
just changing diapers. You
Yeah,
know?
but that's exactly how we were.
I know. And then I remember. I'm not even answering your question yet, Seth. But I remember like when Hannah was born. We were leaving the hospital, and I was like, I'm going home with my child. Like, I don't have any kids. I don't know how to be a parent. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, they should not be letting me go take this child home unsupervised. And we got home, and I remember we took the car seat, and I put her in the living room, and I sat down on the couch and was like, now what do I do? They were like, well, you should probably unbuckle her and get her out. Oh, good idea. Okay. So I unbuckle her. So totally different now. I even bring the twins home. We're like, let's just get home, like get out of here. But anyway, it's fun watching you guys, coolies. So what was the question? What's the longest stretch of sleep? Yeah. Sorry about that.
Probably 4 hours of actual sleeping for me. It's been a couple weeks though.
4 hours of actual sleeping.
Yeah, in a row. But that's been rare.
Yeah. Yeah, probably about the same for me since.
You've got other kids that you're getting.
Yeah, I've been getting it with other ones. Except that's exactly how I feel. Oh, the twins can't come back. Incredible. Lexi Lou, they're eating right now. So that's that. Sorry. How do you give your kids extra practice on homeschool? Nice shirt, by the way. Oh, thank you for my shirt. Where did I get this from? Old Navy. Did you buy this for me?
Yeah, I did.
For me?
Last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago.
So how do you give your kids extra practice on homeschool? I'm not sure what that means to you. They practice a lot. Like we do everything together. So like, and that's another nice thing like about homeschooling. It's not like this is school time, this is family time, this is like whatever time. It's like everything is like the same time. So we're working together, we're playing together, we're eating together, like almost 3 meals a day, we're eating together. And so it's not like, okay, let's learn how to tell time. It's like, oh, we got to eat in 5 minutes. See, what time will it be in 5 minutes? You know, so you're just integrating like this stuff. Yeah. So we're like, Dan and I are doing budget and, you know, oh, so we have 15 costs $5 and we have $10. Do we have enough money? How much money do we have left over? You know, so you're integrating the homeschool part into like your life rather than just like giving them worksheets and stuff. What was the worst things one of the kids have done that challenged you as a parent? I feel like there's been a few of those things where we're just like, what do we do? We don't know. There's something with the kids where just like we didn't know how to handle it. What was that?
Fighting?
Maybe. I don't remember. It's a good question, but I don't really remember. Do the kids have play dates? They never talk about having friends. So Jessica, that's a good question. Yes, they go out and play with friends and we have friends, but we kind of keep a lot of that stuff separate from the vlogs because one, we don't have permissions from other families and friends to have them be in the videos a lot. And two, a lot of the people that we do hang out with are much more private about this stuff than we are. And so a lot of times, like you just don't see it. The kids will say the names in the vlog and I just cut that part out just out of respect for the other families. So that's a really insightful, perceptive question, but perceptive question. Yeah. So that's good. I mean, so yes, they do, but we just don't share all that stuff online out of respect for other families and stuff. Do your kids act up in front of the vlog? Yes. And then you see that, well, not in front of the vlog often.
If we are at home, then yeah. And then we can just cut it out kind of deal. Yeah. But like, because that was something that Bertaley like commented on, or Katie's mom was like, your kids are so well behaved. And I was like, that's because we're out in public.
Yeah. But that's the other thing too, like we've established ourselves as parents, you know, as the authority figures because we're with them a lot. And so And so we get to be the primary influence rather than like, what do my peers think? Like, I want to show off or not? Or like they don't have those thoughts, at least not yet. Or if they do, they're doing a really good job at obeying. But like when we go live stream with them live here on Thursdays with you guys, like maybe last week you saw like it was getting a lot of hand. I would tell the kids no, and they kept asking, and over and over again, we'd be like, no, kept asking, and I had reasons why I said no, and they just wanted to keep pushing it. So that kind of stuff we normally cut out of the vlog, but you see that when we go live with them on Thursdays. So the twins share a room. Yeah, they share a room with me and Dana. So yay. Any language you would like your family to learn? The Myrics. Espanol, Spanish. Sí. I personally would like to learn Hebrew, believe it or not. But I hear it's a really hard language to learn, and I'm really, 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 really bad at languages. But I would love to learn it. So maybe a couple of years from now, we'll do something that me and the kids learn together. But do you like having twins? Lizzie asks.
Yeah, it's fun. They're cool.
A lot of questions about like what faith are you, what denominations, what church you go to, all that type of stuff. So we don't want to give the church away for privacy stuff, right? But no, Dana's not Jewish. Dana and I are both Christians, and we grow up Christians that way. Protestant Christians, whatever. I know people ask, well, Mormons or whatever, you know. So yeah, Dana. I grew up Baptist. Dana grew and so we don't really have like any denominational alliances really. We have some convictions that are close to us, but we don't, you know, feel like we can't hang out with people who don't believe exactly what we believe, right? Or even worship with those people. So we hold some deeply held convictions, but we show grace to people who don't. And so I don't know if that answers your question or not, but do you have any tips on taking photos in the hospital room? I have a Samsung No Mini. All
lighting and
yeah, hospital bedrooms tend to have awesome lighting because they have like those big lights. Like if you're talking about labor and delivery room, they have those big lights for the labor and delivery.
Oh, you loved the surgery room.
Yeah, the surgery room from the GoPro that like turned out so good. Usually our photos is always kind of grainy. And we could get a better camera, but the GoPro we vlog on is so small and durable. It's just like it works for us. So I give up a little bit of quality, but for the flexibility of it. But you know, we just try to make sure nothing inappropriate gets in there and stuff like that. So, is it hard to hear criticism on YouTube? Nate K, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, it's YouTube, so if you're gonna put yourself out there, you've got to be able to ignore it.
Yeah.
Kinda. Or if it's from a subscriber, like long-time subscribers, sometimes they'll speak up and speak truth into your life, and so that's like positive.
Like people like Mary who are hanging out here, like when she comments, we're like, okay, she's seen a few more videos than who are you? Like I've never even seen you comment before.
Like,
so
we'll take that to heart and actually like consider what they say. But if it's somebody that we've never seen their name on YouTube and they're just talking trash, then you just ignore that because they have nothing better to do.
If you can tell they're saying it from a place of like love and care for you as a family and people, that's different. But if you can just say they're just blasting you because they're just mean people, they have nothing better to do with their time, we don't listen to those. The other thing to remember, and this is just true for us, it's true for all family vloggers, is that like you guys get like 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes of our life for that day, which means there's a whole another 24 hours and 40 minutes that isn't seen. So I know like a lot of people say things of like, well, I understand where they're coming from and how they got to that perception, but I know that's not true because I know it's happening the other 23 hours and 40 minutes of the day, you know. So yes, we know the Shade Tards. Katie Lett follows you on Instagram, and we usually say hi to them. We don't know them like to the point where you like call them up and hang out or anything, but we were vlogging around the same time that they were vlogging, and so I had videos with Shay going back way back into what 2008, 9, I think.
Yeah. So
yeah, we got a lot of them. Where did we meet, Michelle? We actually have a whole series of videos on our channel about
those were fun.
How we met. We told you the real story. We have the safe story, but we told you guys the real story of how we met. And then why we broke up. Dan and I broke up with Dana while we were dating. Broke up for 8 months. And why we got back together, how I proposed, all that. Those are all on our channel. So what would they search for to find those?
I have no clue.
I think one of them is like how we met. Let me see if that works. Let's search our channel for how we met. Yep. So here's one. I'll put them in chat, but it's like search for the real story of how we met and married. That's first. And then the next one after that is why we broke up 10 years ago. And then there's another one after that about how how I proposed and yeah, how I engaged her in warfare. No, not at all. Totally JK. What keeps you motivated making YouTube videos, Angela?
Memories with the family.
Having memories with the kids?
Yeah. Because especially this last week, like the kids have been wanting to watch all their old videos. And that's the funnest part about vlogging is seeing them enjoy their childhood story.
Yeah, when they were like our kids. There's a couple of reasons. I think we talked about this in one of our recent vlogs, but Brooklyn, my favorite candy is chocolate. Chocolate, yeah. Hershey's Kiss, whatever.
I thought you liked white chocolate.
White chocolate's good too.
Cookies and cream.
But like, so one of the things about parenting, and a lot of you guys know too, is like what's really foundational for children to understand like where they came from, like their identity. Who am I? What's my parents' story? What's my grandparents' story? What story am I born into, pretty much. And so our kids love going back and watching, when they were babies and those videos. And so that keeps us going. Also knowing that I'm documenting this for them and their kids and potentially their kids, like I don't know how many generations, that they can go back and watch this and listen to their great-great-grandpa or whatever talk about why he homeschooled their kids. I don't know what education will look like then, but, like we just talked about here. So now like that's a thing that if they cared, they could watch. They might not, so that's on them. But if they wanted to, at least it's here. Personally, I would love to hear what my great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, like their perspectives on things like money, on their perspectives on relationships, jobs, employment, how they handled different situations. I would love to learn from them. Not that everything would be relevant for today because time changes, but if they were vlogging, have videos, like that would be awesome. So I don't know if our future descendants, whatever, would care as much, but at least the options here in case they do. So, and we hear so many stories from you guys about like how this is changing you guys and the impact it has. We hear stories all the time from parents who come from broken families, divorced homes, and and that's all they know. They grew up in that, and then they watch me and Dana, and they're like, "Oh, this is totally different." And we kind of like they said, we give them hope because now they know what story they could be living into as they grow up and get married, and they don't have to live the same story that their parents did. And a lot of you guys is like young moms, like we're learning a lot of this stuff with you, and we really love that, like learning from you guys as we share. Here's something we're struggling with one of our kids. What do you think? And you guys give us comments, like feedback and great ideas. And we, in fact, it didn't. Karis's name came from one of the YouTube comments, right? Yeah, Karis has her name because of one of the comment suggestions that was left on Dana's channel at Dana Schmoyer. So, like, we learn a lot from you guys. You guys are helpful for us. We hope like we're helpful for you. We hope we're helpful for you and the kids that you young parents are raising, and the kids, your younger kids that are growing up into that phase and everything. So that's a lot of reasons why we do it. Hopefully you can pick one of those that you like and go with it. But that was a good question. Let's do like one or two more, and then I think we got to get to bed and get the kids to bed. Lisette, hi Lisette. Could the girls be mirror twins?
We don't know yet.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
When they're like opposite, like one's right-handed, one's left-handed, one's whatever.
Yeah, we don't know if they're mirror twins yet. You should guys do more homeschooling vlogs. Yes, we will be doing more homeschooling vlogs. Like I said, right now we're not doing homeschool. We're just kind of taking a break because the kids are already a year ahead anyway, and all our energy is going to the girls, the twins. But Dana and I were talking that starting next week, like this week, we need to start prepping and getting ready to launch next week doing school again. Because one of the other things like homeschool does for us is gives us a good family rhythm. And our kids have been out of a rhythm for so long, like everyone's just kind of going crazy. And once we get back in that predictable family rhythm again, everything tends to like Smooth out. Yeah, attitudes get better, expectations change, everyone starts working together as a team better, and all that type of stuff. So let's see here. Let's take like one or two more. I love your parenting style, quite similar to my own. I'm a single mom with a 15-year-old who tells me often that I am a great mom. That's awesome.
Aww.
Kathy from Australia. Cool. Your kids watch Bratalia on YouTube, or they watch other channels too? Love from Brazil. Hi, Thias, that's your name? Yeah, they watch other channels too.
Kitty's Mama.
Kitty's Mama is one of their favorites.
Bounce Patrol.
Bounce Patrol. So, and you have like young kids, go check out, I think it's the Bounce Patrol, or I forget the actual YouTube title, but check out Bounce Patrol. Our kids love that channel. A lot of good stuff there. Let's see here. One or two others. Why did you start vlogging? Jahora and Elise.
YouTube that Tim likes to stay on top of all social media.
Should go back and watch my very, very first video. March 2nd, 2006. It's painful.
March 2nd?
March 2nd, 2006.
It'll be 10 years.
Really?
This year
Oh, yeah.
10 years.
10 years. You got to do something to celebrate that.
On March 2nd.
What ideas so we need to celebrate? Basically, the reason I started is that was before Facebook was a thing, and so I was using my website at the time to just communicate with friends and family what I was up to, because I was living halfway across the country in grad school, and I was just using my blog to, as we use Facebook today, share pictures, share status updates, write about what I'm doing, things like that. And so when YouTube came along, I was like, oh, maybe this would be another good way I can use to share with my family and friends back home, like what I'm up to and doing. So I started making videos. Dan and I were dating at the time, and so we just started making. You can still watch some of them. A lot of them are taken down because of copyright issues with music, because no one thought about using copyrighted music. Like, that wasn't a problem back then. So a lot of videos were taken down, but we just started making videos of us going out on dates, going out to eat, restaurants, going out to movies, playing at the park, just doing stuff like that. So I would share those with my family, post them on my blog. And that's how we got started. Like, now it's known as vlogging. Back then it wasn't really known as vlogging. And then we've been inconsistent through 2007, 8, 9. When do we start getting consistent again?
A year ago.
Well, we can post our schedule. But yeah. You guys definitely changed lives. My life has been changed, and I just want to say you really helped me go through my days. I am from a strange family. It's a nice way to see it. Oh, thank you. Is it easy taking care of 6 kids under the age of 10? Yeah, our kids are 6 years old and under, so yeah. And I love your video. Just started watching yesterday. Kind of a shout out, please. Sure, the Ashley channel. No, it's not easy, but we don't know anything different, so we just take it, and
we
it's
have
fine.
help.
Yeah, we have a nanny. Nicole, as a lot of you guys know, she's lives across the street and is over here every day. So, are you worried the kids won't be as social as they get older because they're homeschooled?
No.
Well, what do you think about me? Did that turn out okay? I just talk to cameras all day for a living. No, we're not concerned about that.
Like that is such a sad.
That was like an evil laugh. That was weird. No, they have friends. They hang out, and you know, people are always concerned about the social thing with homeschooling, but like, it can be if you like, what's the word I'm looking for? Exclude, harbor your kids, cut them off from society. What's the word that's like, what's
I don't know.
Yeah, if you do all those things, like, you can, but you don't have to, you know, like, they'll, in fact, what they learn, like, because everyone is concerned about social skills with their peers, which is important, right? That's really important. But it's almost like no one cares as much if they're learning good social skills with their parents and adults. Like, that's never, like, you send your kids to school, no one's like, but how will they learn good social skills with other adults and learn to communicate well with adults? Like, how will they learn that? Like, they're only going to have one adult to communicate with in their classroom and 30 peers. Like, you know, like, no one gets concerned that way.
I have a good story. When we were living in Minnesota, we were hanging out at a friend's house, and their kids were there, and their kids were homeschooled, and then had some friends there hanging out that were public school. And the public school kid felt very awkward that there were other adults in the house, and like always wanted to like hang out with her one there in the house. And our friend's daughter that was there was like, I actually kind of want to hang out with the adults and like talk with them. And she totally could. Like she could carry on a good adult conversation with other people and was not awkward around adults. And then the other kid was like awkward and didn't know how to interact.
Yeah.
So that like has really stuck out to me, and I'm probably always going to remember that and feel like, oh, like that's a really good trait that I never thought that homeschoolers could have.
Yeah. I mean, I got college scholarships just because I was homeschooled. And the sports teams we were at in the public school, like the coaches always wanted me and my siblings on their teams because we were good natural leaders. We didn't give in to peer pressure as much. We were on time. We were respectful. And so we set like a good example for the other public school kids that were on the team. And so our coaches always wanted us. So you can leave this here. So did you ever doubt yourselves about being able to homeschool? I didn't, because I grew up homeschooled. My parents homeschooled me kindergarten through 12th grade, and me and my 5 other siblings.
I still doubt.
Dana still does, but she's she educated.
Public education.
Yeah, K through 4th grade. Is that what you're saying? Pre-K through 4th grade is Dana's college degree, and she didn't grow up homeschooled. So for her, she's a little bit nervous. But I think now, like, she saw that.
More so because it's my own kids' education.
Yeah.
Like if I was in a classroom with all these other kids, like I could put some of the blame on the parents. Like,
Yeah.
Parents, you need to step up and teach your own kids. But it's like I got to step up and teach my own kids, and oh man.
And they're doing great. They're doing fine. Like Hannah still picks out books and just reads them, and their spelling isn't, but they're kindergarten, 1st grade, right? So how much you expect? We need to wrap this up. Get the kids in bed. You gonna homeschool the twins? Yes, we will homeschool the twins. Cool boy forever. And you have a good education. You have to have a good education to homeschool your kids. I think more than that, you need to have a willingness to learn with your kids, and I think that can even be more powerful when you learn with them and you say like, hey, Hannah, I don't know the answer to this, but that's a really good question. Like, we need to learn this together. And you go into it that way. Like, I almost feel like that's more powerful for both of you in your relationship and the kids. So you're not just teaching them facts at that point, but you're giving them a bigger skill, which is one that I feel like I got from being homeschooled, which is you're teaching them how to learn something. So everything I've made money on that supported me and my family for the past 7 years has all been skills that I taught myself, so I learned being able to be self-taught, and I think that's a really important trait that you can teach your kids. So I don't think you have to be super smart. I think you just need to know how to study with them and
teach them how to study. That's the biggest. Yeah. I've been really impressed with Tim on like how much of a self-starter he is because of knowing how to teach himself.
Well, I didn't grow up thinking like someone's got to teach this to me. I grew up thinking like, oh, I have to teach this to myself. Like up until about like junior high, so junior high, on 7th or 8th grade, on through high school, I was basically self-taught because my dad would look at my math book and be like, since when did they start putting letters to it? So like algebra and everything was like they did. So I was all self-taught, and I had people that I knew I could go to. Like one guy would help me with my math in exchange for me babysitting his kids once a week. So I would babysit his kids for like a few hours, and then they would come home, and then I would pull out my math book and be like, all right, I need help with this, and this thing from last week, and then you helped me do that, right? So, so my parents couldn't really help me with that, but there's other people who could. I think we're gonna wrap it up with that, guys. Lots of other good questions I wish we could get into here, but starting next week we'll be whipping out the homeschool stuff again, so you'll see more of that coming up here soon, and more of the twins. And maybe next week we'll try to get a guest in here if you guys want to do that as well, or maybe just like doing the Q&A. Yes, Jessica, Dana is feeding the babies. She's right there, but you can't see her, but you can hear her though, hopefully. So here's our shout out, Cheryl Gleason. Good to see you. and yeah, so maybe we'll have some people, or maybe just like hanging out with just us, and whatever, we'll figure it out. Well, maybe we'll try a few ways. You guys comment below and let me know what you guys think, which way you would like to go with this, whether it's just us or what, or having guests on here, other family vloggers. Get another homeschool parents on here to talk about it too. So All right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys with our vlog tomorrow, which is about what?
Oh,
What is it? You going shopping with the kids,
nope.
and then me being really, really tired shopping and telling you why Toby's not sleeping so well.
Yeah.
And how I had to clean up poop in the middle of the night from all over the bathroom.
What?
Yep, from Hallie.
That's gross.
Yep.
She dumped her own toilet.
Middle of the night. All right, guys.